Welcome back. Whether you're here because you love the sound of my voice, you're racing along beside me, or you're just wanting some good quality remote controller racing. uh, I just finished a long day at work, and then I was editing, and then I ended up dancing, and now I'm sore. But we are back here with the 2023 Formula One, and we are in race 16. And it looks like we're going to Singapore. We're rocking the regular old balanced tires allocation, and we're gonna try that because, well, I want to see if it works if I do a little less. I'm curious to know if we're gonna be racing here at the night or not. No talking, no setup, nothing, man. Anyways, I don't. When did we get all them points? Oh, you know what? I think we were saving up for something, right? Wasn't we saving up for something? Uh. I feel like we was saving up for something. Hmm. Yeah. I think we were saving up for like one of these parts, right? I think so. Nice. We're already cutting the fastest in a straight line. It still wants me to go with the winged mirrors. Hmm. I kind of want to save up for this and see if we can get it same day. Or not that, but yeah, anyways. Brain. Carlos Sainz, I remember actually. It's been a day or two. I think he's had 2 DNFs in the last 3 races. Yeah, he is. Poor guy. Helps me though. Preview this weekend. Looks like it went smoothly. Qualifying. The race, we got some rain. Wow, we have jumped some of these leaderboards, huh? Comparison what we think. Nearest rivals. We're gonna go give that a peek real quick. Some important features. Looks like we're probably gonna have some next year. We think this will multiple departments. We are unsure. It's just when it comes to. Oh wow, cool. I didn't know that was like something that could come to play. How do I? There we go. I wish you could zoom in on this. Um, it looks like McLaren has fallen significantly off. Wow. To think McLaren is the team I'm probably gonna end up with next year that are Mercedes, and they both are down, and somehow, we have jumped to the top of the leaderboard. With Aston Martin of all teams. It's crazy. Um, Settings wise, right now we have it set to 84, which is expert. Um, we will do practice, and then probably practice number 2 we'll do any changes we need to before we go into qualifying in the race. I do want to try and set qualifying a little higher, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Yeah. No. Another thing I think I want to do is trying to do like, instead of the quick qualifier practices, actually doing them, but it's just time consuming. I just hate that they waste my tires. You know, like I wish I could put a lock on tires that the CPU can't use, even if it's harder for them to finish it. What are we doing? But yeah, we're gonna do tire management and qualifying pace, and then I will be back to chat with you guys for the race strategy.
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
It's got me estimated qualifying in 20th right now, which means the difficulty might be a bit high. But we're gonna do this strategy, the race strategy. while I'm still learning the track, so then, you know, tire wear and all that stuff is higher. And then after we finish this, I'm racing, and I realized I'm not even controlling the car yet. After we finish that, then we'll
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help
probably
us calculate a good race strategy.
finish this race, or what was I saying? We'll do this race strategy, and then we'll in practice, and then I'll pop over to the next practice and upgrade or get all the things done. Did my brain right? I don't know. But the qualifying wants me to either hit 5th or pole. I was not supposed to be in the best car randomly out of nowhere. That was not the goal. I thought I was like upgrading minorly just to competing with the bigger cars, not beating them. So we'll just turn the difficulty up and try and make it a bit more fair. This turn is going to fuck me up over and over again all day long.
That delta is getting harder and harder to hit, man. I think that's Alonso ahead of me. I think Alonso's leaving me behind, which is concerning. Shit, I was not looking at where I was going. I was just realizing that it looks like Alonso's quickly leaving me behind, and Sergeant I'm pulling away from, so it feels like the difficulty is a little high. Because in standard, like Norris and Piastri should be down there. I don't know. Trying to keep it realistic is the goal, and it is not always the easiest thing to do.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Doi. 350 or 30. Fernando Alonso is also setting the fastest lap right now. Just under the theoretical best.
So our fastest lap is a 1 minute 33.3.
Okay, I'll see you guys at the end of these. Understand how I have the fastest lap and theoretical best And yet, however, I cannot, for the
Rain
life
is
of me,
forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
I cannot for the life of me beat this at all. Like, I'm a second off pace. And then this one, no matter what I do, I can't get it under it. Like, it's just, I don't understand the difficulties sometimes. Like, it doesn't queue up in my brain. Like, how am I the fastest person on the track? But just agitated.
Till next time, goodbye.
So like, yeah, see, I'm in second place. So I feel like the difficulty for the race needs to be like 81, maybe 82. I'm thinking 81 because I was in like 10th at 84. But I mean, like, at the same time, it's just figuring out difficulties in racing simulator games sometimes can be so frustrating, especially when you're on a remote controller and the tracks aren't just round. Oh. There's our points going up. That's nice. I'm not watching all that. And I think once this is done loading, we'll be able to look at putting some parts on. So long as it gave me my... It did. So jumping in here. Let us go into this. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so it wants me to do this one. What does this do? So now I'm curious, right? That one's better. That one's the best. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. And then if we rush it, there's a chance we can get it done before that Grand Prix, so it wants me to do this one as well. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have enough of that. It's a good thing I waited. It's like one day later, maybe. With some... And then these will finish the same, so... Okie dokie. Cool. And then for this, it's good result, and I'd have to admit... Walls equal pad. It's gonna be warm out there. Nice. Alright, so it looks like it's actually gonna be a night race. I put the difficulty back up to 81 for qualifying. I'm hoping that that's a good number. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight into qualifying, and then I'll probably take a break after it. Just a short one. I'm kind of hungry. Ugh, and tired. I'm on like 5 hours of sleep, and I worked an 8-hour day, so they don't talk during qualifying. Let us jump in here. I'm curious though. So I don't think I get any of these practice tires. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Whatever. Let us pop in here. They're all hitting the track actually. And we'll do a flying lap. I should be kind of behind whoever that was. Nobody is behind me.
And that is either Sainz or Leclerc in front of me. Zhao. Oh, Zhao, we can't have that. You're too slow to be in front of me, dude. Nope. You know, did it, nope. Not hit undercutting with this controller sometimes so difficult. I'm gonna be stuck with whatever Zhao pulls off. Which means I'm gonna have to do this again on old tires and succeed. Good God, do I suck. So focused. Just watching that time get smaller and smaller. Where am I losing all this time? I went from being 3 points ahead. That was even worse. Jesus. I'm mostly just curious, to be honest with you.
confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I'm very frustrated. I'm trying not to show it. I am in 13th.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button and you can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Clearly 81 is a little high if I'm in 13th and can't get out of there.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Did you see that? I did not change my steering at all. I can't get above it. I cannot for the love of God get over my first time. Ah, I'm just mostly frustrated because I can't get a clean lap. I mean, I'm definitely turning the difficulty down because this is frustrating, but like, wow, I'm so aggravated right now. So very agitated. I'm so very agitated, can you not tell?
Or just time is just disappearing. Just disappearing. Look at it just disappear. That is crazy absurd. I may be starting. I am feeling like Lewis Hamilton right now in 2025. Wow. Horrible. All I can do is pray. All I can do is pray. Nope, I dropped all the way down to 17th place. I will not even make it past Q3. Wow. Oh, God. And Fernando Alonso set the fastest lap and will be on pole position. That is all that much worse. I will be starting in 18th. Daniel Ricciardo outdid me. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's... Difficulty is definitely too high. Yeah, I know. Oh, you lose a claim. Cool. Didn't know you could do that. Well, that begs to differ. Where do I put the difficulty, you know? Because on 79, I was second place, but that was in practice. So what does that actually mean, you know? Oh, I think, as I don't want to just blow everybody away. I do want to, like, authentically probably get my butt handed to me. 81. That's -5. That's -4. Give me a second. Okay, so I actually went and looked this up, and basically there is actually an AI calculator for the difficulties on these tracks to try and figure out what pace or what difficulty you need, so then the AI and your pace are pretty close. Didn't know that. That's a really good tool. It says that I should be on 73. But I've been struggling with the track, so I'm thinking either 74 or 75. Because I did so bad in qualifying, I kind of feel like it's authentic. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do 75. I'll do 74. And I think that'll be a good way to, like, kind of have it balance out. Actually, no, never mind. Hold on. We're gonna put it on 75 because it looks like there's gonna be rain. I think. I haven't decided yet. I'm still kind of back and forth, but it says yeah. Okay. I will be back and I will decide ultimately what difficulty we're gonna go with. I am curious real quick. Hold on. Hold on. In careful consideration and a break. I decided I'm gonna put it on 73. I'm on a controller and I just am tired, so I figure this would be the best option. And it's what it recommends. And I might start doing that a bit more often. But after this race, I think we'll hit 30 and we'll beat Signs. There's no chance he won't. As long as we don't not finish the race. But, make sure it's recording. We are gonna go ahead and head into this. Yeah, I watched the video. It's the one of the little kid. She's like, the mom's like, what happened to your face? He's like, oh, I went into a tree. I was going full speed, and I just went poop right into the tree. I'm so weird, and it's fine. It's fine. It's like a 2% chance anybody's made it this far in the video anyways. Maybe he has 0.2%.
Yeah. But it's all good. It's good in the hood. I don't really have anything else more to say while this loading screen's going on. Thank you.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Here's the track, and it's all changed for 2023 with 4 corners removed between turns 16 and 19. It means the lap length is now just over 3 miles, and that might come as a welcome relief to the drivers, and more especially their brakes. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Gasly, Albon, Ocon, Joe, Magnussen, Norris, Ricciardo, Sonoda, Hulkenberg, Maverick, Bottas, and Logan Sargent. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And a warm welcome, of course, to my co-commentator here today. It's Natalie Pinkham. Why don't we get things rolling by talking about George Russell?
What a quality performance. The big question, though, is how does that translate on race day? Can they hold on to that lead? One more thing to consider is the strategy element. How far can the drivers push these tyres? And who is going to blink first for fresh rubber? It'll be interesting to see if the leaders have to compromise their plan to cover off the cars behind them.
I thought Alonso was in P1, and I thought Verstappen was in P2, but okay. Confusion. So I'm looking at a lot of rain there at the end of this race. Now it's suggesting I do this, which I don't understand why we would do that. Give me a second. After some tinkering, I really think this is gonna be the best option. The only thing I was like thinking that might be better than this was trying to get it to a 3-stop, just because I figured that maybe, or a 2-stop, because I figured maybe we'd be looking at some rain come around the end of the race. But I figure if I go with this over this one, I can try and press all the way until lap 45, where I think rain might show up and we might need to switch to intermediates, and then we'll run intermediates instead of the offs. Actually, I know I'm doing a lot of actuallys here. Hold on. What if I do this? I was just thinking maybe if I did this, then that 17th laps would look a little bit prettier. That is not the button I wanted to press. Oh, hold on. That's why. I know I was supposed to do all this off camera. If I did this, I would be 27 seconds slower. It would put me on the slower me softs, but I'm really expecting rain there at the end of the race. But it also looks like that rain could be right there where this 15 is. We're gonna go with this, and then I kind of expect that the rain is gonna be there from laps 30 to 45. That's gonna be our hope and prayer. Yeah, let's get this going. We're gonna just not. Oh, fuck. We're really struggling here. I'm trying not to hit anybody. It's still hitting people. What is up with me? Jesus. That's fine. As long as I don't get a warning, then I didn't hit him hard enough for it to matter. I hit Norris and Hulkenberg. Alright. I hit Norris again. Me and Norris have become buddies.
Alright, let's focus.
You were saying to be honest with you, I didn't hear you over my stupidity of running into the back of somebody. Okay, that time I didn't. And I just realized I have a part going on my car. I assume that means Leclerc's leading this. Passing on this track is proving rather difficult. Sorry. I'm trying to be realistic here. Nope, that's still not realistic. That is a lot of hitting him and not a lot of
Nice work, mate.
That was a lot better.
Place.
Ugh. I didn't mean to do that, but it didn't affect us either, so.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
And I'm just hoping that the difficulty wasn't dropped too much. Because I am afraid of that, relatively.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, cool. I really thought the rain would come at the end of the race, not 15 laps in. But honestly, that would be perfect timing, because then I would be going to the pits anyways. I'm focused on too many things. Nah, definitely difficulty's not off.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 8.4 seconds.
Are we gonna make moves up here, Perez, or what? I will not wait behind you forever. Okay, I'm sorry. I have no idea what I was looking at, but it was obviously not the racetrack. I'm trying so hard not to zone out. A little bit of bump drafting there. God, overtaking on this track is proving difficult. Ah! It's just the steering wheel. Sure, that's fine. I'll take the loss of time over the hitting the wall. It's the steering wheel flicks back when you hit the gas for some reason. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I was vastly delayed on the brakes there. Yep, that worked. My old rival now.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
Oh, come on, game. I say game. It is 100% my fault. I am well aware of it. Catching Gasly is gonna suck. Not that I can't do it, it's just gonna suck.
The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Dude, I don't need the help. You know what? I don't even care.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Remember when I was like, oh, difficulty being 73 might have been too low. I gotta find a way to catch Gasly now.
Okay, you're in the top 10. Our gap to the car in front is 3.9 seconds. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Okay, copy that.
Well, this is gonna be a long catch up for me. And they're on hards. Like, this shouldn't be this difficult. I should be significantly gaining on them. Ugh.
We're currently trailing our teammate by 15.4 seconds.
Oh yeah, there's... Maybe I should have used the 35-second lap time and dropped the difficult. I was doing the math or using the calculator, and it said that I should drop it down to 70, which is why I dropped it to 73 instead of doing 75. If my teammate is leaving me behind that much, I really gotta hope that I pace well with the rain. I'm not paying attention. I'm drooling on myself. I'm just... It's bad. I need to call for a weather update. I need to know.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so watch out. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap, 5/10. That's Gasly ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 3.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1:38.4. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. And gap to the car in front is 3.7 seconds.
Fuck! My agitation is very high for this race right now.
Car ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now.
I don't know if my mediums are just going bad or what, but like I am not competing at the level these guys are. And I've given up a whole ass second to them with Norris behind me.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being. Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least.
What the fuck, man?
Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Got that confirmed.
I was gonna say, I have no grip.
Fernando's in the pits. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out.
No.
Okay, we can't take you right now. Pit next lap. Next lap.
I'm pitting.
The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out.
He's 15 seconds ahead of me. What?
Okay, we can't take you right now. Pit next lap. Next lap.
No. If you can't get him out of there fast enough, you fucking suck. Wow. This rain better be really good for me.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy. DRS has been disabled by the stewards. DRS will be offline. Wait for further updates.
Dude. I shouldn't have done this race today.
Good job, nice overtake. Okay, the gap behind is 2.1 seconds.
I'm really glad I didn't fucking listen to their stupidity and I pit. However, I'm now stuck behind these two. Now I'm having to play the catching game on a track I haven't proved I can catch anybody on. Itching my forehead and not focusing on the race. Oh my god. Alright, I really need to just like lock in, talk very little, remind myself we're on wets, roads break sooner than it says to.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds.
I'm not looking at the fucking road. It really is hard to have fun when the difficulty just feels like it's slightly off. Like,
Can I
Okay, the car ahead's beginning to pull away. You know what to do.
not suck?
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
This is just pulling away. Pulling away. Like putting up seconds on me a lap.
Forecasts suggest the rain's going to be lightening up over the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. You should start finding more grip as we clear the standing water. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.4 seconds.
I am now losing time to the car behind me. I would think I was purposely throwing.
The cars are definitely kicking up a lot of spray at this point. I doubt we're quite ready for the full wet, but we're not far off. Gap to your teammate ahead is 33.6 seconds. And the gap behind us is 5.2 seconds. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. Confirmed. Understood. Stopping this lap.
I'm just losing so much time to the cars in front of me. It is
Fernando
absurd.
is in for his stop. Okay, a few drivers are fitting full wet tyres. We might need to change soon.
Wow.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Okay, can I please have some pace here? I don't think I broke early enough.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.8 seconds.
Grit my teeth. Balls in. Let's fucking make up some time.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Fuck.
We're leading the car behind by 10.4 seconds.
Ah, shit. I was gonna say, Perez being a lap ahead makes no sense. How Perez got in front of Norris, though, I didn't see that, so...
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 2.4 seconds.
How did I just go from gaining ground on them to now they're pulling away again? Yeah, fuck this.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
I just don't understand where I'm losing so much ground. Though I feel like my laps are very similar, minus a few things I'm doing different.
Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind, 12.3 seconds.
To the car behind, I'm fine. Now, if we're gaining on the other cars that are ahead of these two, collectively,
I definitely think we need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question the track's drying. We might be in a position to change soon. Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
I'm just gonna put a sticky note over the cars in front of me.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.2 seconds.
See what kind of laps I can put in. Not paying attention to everything but my race line.
Okay, car behind trailing us, 12.7 seconds. Radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Copy. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 12.9 seconds.
And the wall. And the wall.
Cars are coming in for inters. It's touch and go, but could be worth a risk. We'll be ready for if you want a box.
Norris didn't pit. I could undercut him.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Fernando's in the pits. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Come on. Fuck! Oh wow, that didn't help me at all. That was stupid. Just mash buttons.
Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 0.2 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 2.0 seconds.
It's only gonna take me half a race to get an understanding for this fucking track. As I do shit like that. Where did I lose all that fucking time? I gotta stop watching that, and I just need to run him down.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
No. There's a place that I'm losing significant
It looks
time.
like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. The rain's passing now, so expect it to ease up in the next few minutes. Be ready for the grip to come back, but don't overheat the tyres. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. And gap to the car in front is 3.0 seconds.
It was just at 2. Hopefully he gets caught up a little bit and I can gain ground on both of them. Or maybe I could just have some clean fucking laps and gain ground on them. I don't really care.
I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Currently trailing our teammate by 35.3 seconds.
There's bug or like something agitating me more than the races, or at least adding to the agitation of the race.
Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, not sure whether dries or inters are faster, we're right on the crossover. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, we can take you.
Ah, shit.
There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Copy that. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Fernando is in for his stop.
I have to relearn the grip on this tire. And then on top of the track's still just wet enough that I'm sliding around like crazy. I think the strategy we went for
Okay, so
was
the car ahead, 23.1 seconds.
pit one last time.
Okay, so the car ahead's come in and fitted the soft tyre. Our gap behind is 1.6 seconds.
I feel like we could have went mediums. But we didn't.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 33.0 seconds.
I am all over the fucking track. I had more grip with the wet tires than I did with these.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.2 seconds.
.5, I'm setting 3.6s. I'm on a totally different tire pound, but still. That's how you know the difficulty's off. This is karma biting my ass for the difficulty being, or for the mistakes that were made and giving me, you know, a first place and a second and third place position when I should have realistically had win third, fourth, and second, or third, fourth, and first. My tires are just not adhering.
Okay, we're looking at some gearbox wear, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum, please. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.1 seconds. Caution, caution. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, clear.
Fuck. And I thought I was catching Perez for a second there. Nope.
Norris just ahead. Push for the position. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1 minute 35.5. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got.
So my only hope for this race, and I mean my only hope for this race, is that they have to pit again. And that I can keep them just in tow. Or even start gaining on them when they have to go to pit. Before they pit.
Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
Like I think we finally are starting to hit that point, the turnaround. They said patience, young buck. I said I didn't understand. They said they will one day.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit.
gap to the car in front is 5.4 seconds. Currently trailing our teammate by 33.5 seconds.
Now paying attention.
Okay, you've lost access to one of the gears. We've lost one of the gears due to a fault in the gearbox.
Oh my god. So my gearbox is about to fail. I've already lost power to the engine, which is why I'm struggling more than I should be per se. Every time I reset or cheat, I feel like the car in front of me just gains an extra half a second. And yeah, theoretically, I really need Perez to pit, and I need to hold him at 9 or under 15 seconds if he does. That was a terrible lap. That was terrible. There's no telling if Perez is going to pit again.
Lando ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 6.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:36.6. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got. And gap to the car in front is 6.8 seconds.
I'm losing an entire second a lap.
We're catching the car ahead. Well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race.
I'm curious. Albon.
He's on a soft tire as well. And so is Sainz. Which I can only assume. Wow, Alonso's winning the race. That is crazy. Oh, fuck. I don't know how far out he is, though.
Let's keep pushing. The gap between you and the next car is 6 seconds. Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Well, I hope Perez does out. Even though that takes points away from me.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 4.2 seconds.
Damn. Dude really put down some time already. I'm just hoping that Haas up there pits soon. Because if Sainz fell that far back, then so will the Haas. Which means I should salvage a ninth out of this.
Norris is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 21.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 59.7. That's Albon behind you, and they've entered the pit lane. They're on fresh mediums.
No, that's not what I wanted. I want to know what Norris did this lap. But it looks like he's got to get around Albon now.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 7.1 seconds. Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
You know, actually I was curious about, where is Williams? Russell is behind Hamilton again. Okay. And Max Verstappen is also behind Hamilton.
gap to your teammate ahead is 38.2 seconds.
I got 10 laps to hold off 10 seconds.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 12.8 seconds.
You always want to talk on a fucking straightaways when I can actually ask you a question.
Albon behind, and the gap behind us is 10.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:35.3.
Good thing I listened and did the hards, because I'm going to have to bully the last few laps of this race.
13.2 seconds.
Because we still got 9 more laps, 8 more laps. And I'm slowing down.
currently trailing our teammate by 41.9 seconds.
It's kind of fair. My gearbox is gone. My engine is gone. Like everything's falling apart.
Our gap to the car in front is 0.1 seconds.
I was really hoping when he caught up, we'd be like 2 laps away from the finish. No, I have to do this for 6, 7 laps.
At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
I believe that's corner cutting and contact with me. Dealing with one is a lot easier than dealing with two.
You're pushing too hard. It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear. Just be careful.
Fuck off.
Okay, gap ahead is 15.2 seconds.
I got too many ego issues to let you guys by. Seriously, Norris? Seriously? Now I'll do what I can to make sure Albon finishes in front of you. That's aggravating. Dude, that's twice you ran into the back of my car.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Gap to your teammate ahead is 45.9 seconds. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Wait, I'm curious. Okay, I'm recording. I always get worried about that. Good job, Albon.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Don't do that. Oh my god, a frustrating race come to an end.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Fuck.
Aston Martin deserved a win today, and they got it. So, Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Well, they managed their tyres to absolute perfection. A tyre whisperer, in fact. And that is what set them apart.
Good job,
The
Dylan.
Aston Martin team will be very happy with today's performance. And of course, the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork. And a well-deserved first-place finish.
Good for my teammate, but that's painful race for me.
Let's see how the driver standings have changed. Well, that lead at the top has somewhat shrunk today. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I think it has to be Fernando Alonso. He got the strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
Let's move on to the constructors. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Max Verstappen's number's getting smaller. I got a whole 2 points. Woo! 2 points. But, alright, give me 1 second. And there's one picture or moment, whatever, that I rather fancied. And here's another cool moment. However, I'm gonna go see if I can find where it's a bit wetter. Alright. Now that we got those pictures taken care of, we looked at the standings and everything. Let's go ahead and advance. I only got 3. How did I get 3? Well, I won the rivalry, but it's mostly because his engine blew 3 times. go to the vehicle, this gearbox is trashed. And this internal combustion engine is trashed. However, 23, 55%, which means that this is done. You're fine. And the turbocharger also looks like it's had it. Oh, flipper stickers. And if we go look at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, which is a little bit more than half. Wow, Yuki Tsunoda's already got more points than Lance Stroll got, and he's driving with Williams. Nice. So yeah, there's a chance that I need to take this turbocharger off and just put this one on. And it looks like that we might have 4 parts that all... Yeah. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough end of the season. I got no monies. Yeah, I got no monies.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't... You guys think really I'm gonna get another rival? And if I did get another rival, like, I'd be cool with Sainz, Norris, maybe even Perez. Hamilton has absolutely just picked up a tear out of nowhere, which I don't really fancy, but... Let's go ahead and do this time attack, and then I think that'll be it for the video. And then I'm going to bed, because it's already way too late. I don't know why I'm sitting here. Well, at least we learned about the AI, kind of, what do you call that thing? To help me choose, I'm gonna go off the track and it's not gonna count. Oh no, that's not what we're doing. This is a lap time, not top speed. But yeah, at least we learned about that, and we'll be able to use it more efficiently next time. And hopefully make our races a bit more competitive. Instead of having races where we're holding back, trying not to win, so then it's not super unrealistic, and we don't have races like we had today, where we're absolutely dogfighting and bullying people just to stay in the top 10. Now, should I have been on the podium for that race? Not even close. You know, but like, maybe like a solid 7th to 9th without having to bully people would have been authentic. So this is kind of like a preload to what track we're going to be racing on next week, or next video. And if you guys have made it this far, I'd appreciate a like. But honestly, if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. So, I'm also a bit exhausted, so I'm not sure what I'm saying. Chicane. My ear itches. I'm trying to ignore it. It itches so much. Okay, I can't handle it. I can't keep the goddamn thing on the track. I don't know how much track I have left. I know that I was raining really close, but darn. I think I got a silver. Yeah. It's not my helmet. That's gonna be a fun track. I figure we'll do pretty good on that track. I figure we'll do pretty darn good on that track. Huh? So, wait, hold on. So I understand correctly. It appears that Alonso and Magnussen Snow and Hulkenberg are gonna both be retiring. Dude, you just won your race. And now you're just like, you know what? That's the high note I need to leave on. Well, there's some news for you. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video where we go to Japan. Peace.